Welcome, 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 guys. Okay, so I am back from my 5-day advanced mediumship class where I was working on practicing strengthening my control over my mediumship abilities. And I just want to say, and this is going to be quick, guys. I love the fact that they were reiterating over and over. Now, let me tell you who they were so you guys can look them up. I was practicing with and under John Holland and Reverend Janet. Ooh, this is terrible. I got to look it up. But she's a nun, and she's kind of called the psychic medium nun, So please do some research on her. Where I was in A.R.E. in Virginia Beach, and it's a place where it's dedicated to Edgar Casey's work. So those were 3 important people I want you guys to look up. I didn't even realize that I had a John Holland deck of cards, so that I use also. So I'm not as familiar with all of the publishers and all of the important people centered around mediumship and psychics and things of that nature. Let me just be fairly quick in how I came about it. I've always been intuitive myself, and I've always had this gift. However, I've been looking preferably in religious settings for ways to express my gifts based on my religious upbringing, and I felt as though I needed permission to even do what I'm doing with you guys here on YouTube today, and or for a while now. And so my journey has been that of challenge, pushback. Some family members. I just came out a little more recently to more of my family members that are definitely dedicated to the church more recently, because I felt like, especially with me and the mediumship abilities, being able to bring over loved ones or bring messages from loved ones on the other side, I just figured it was time to kind of come out in regards to that. So you guys probably, especially when I get downloads, channeled messages and things of that nature, you'll most likely see more of that now. And probably moving away from the cards a little more, because you guys know I love using the cards. So although I bought a new deck, I will be using it, but I will now be using them more so minimally, in that it may be verification or validation for something that I've already said, or vice versa. The same as how it's been happening with the messages, and then giving validation and the reasons behind that message was there. I will also be coming to you guys with messages. So when I get messages from the other side, from family, friends, things of that nature, I plan on also communicating that to you. What I've been doing in the past was kind of holding it back, like, not yet, not yet, not yet. And when the messages come through, they used to really overwhelm me, because I kept them back, and because they really had a message to get across. So again, when I'm talking about I'm talking about people you and I may know, family members that crossed over, not just, my high priestess, angels, God, spirit guides, things of that nature. I have different levels of spirit guides. I have many spirit guides, and I've been having an ancestor help me since I started. So sometimes you guys will hear me say, thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, Mother Gaia, angels, higher self, my higher self that connects with all of this, my child self, because I definitely appreciate it all from because it's all like, and I heard someone say, I think it was Master Chef, he's in the DC area, this is where I got my wands and things from, him say we talking about all the we's that are in me, all the spirits that we're talking, is talking to you. And I loved it because it made so much sense, because it's all of these different spiritual beings that are around me and around everyone, actually. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but it's intelligent. It's not, creepy. It's not, this terrible thing. Actually, it's very understanding, it's very loving. I'm of course talking about all the positive things of it because that's mainly what I experienced. But of course, we all know that, just like, in the church or what have you, they'll tell you, God hears your message, but maybe the devil hears your message too. I don't subscribe to hell in that way or the devil in that way. But the point is, you have all beings being able to see your light the more you grow, So I do feel as though I should remain protected. You guys know I wear my stones. I protect my house. I protect my land. I send messages and prayers throughout all of it. And it's all really strong in your intention, your intentionality about it, all of that. And all of this was confirmed this weekend. I tell you guys all the time, everyone has this capability. Everyone can do this. This is so true. I believe also that, we need to start training up our young ones, training them, listening to them, appreciating the messages that they have and what they see. I know my daughter, when she was younger, she had, she says she saw her grandmother, or no, she says she saw a woman in her closet, and I knew it was her grandmother. And so I just said, no worries. It's just your grandmother. She's coming to say hi. So, what I did was I pretty much encouraged it. And it's wonderful if you're in a place of encouragement and you have family and loved ones that encourage what you see versus downplaying it or negative towards it or what have you. And I've even had other people, family, loved ones, that have also been hearers of my dreams and things of that nature, and would validate or say this is awesome, or I'll take that, because it was a great message that came through my dreams or a vision from the other side. So all of that to say, I was working at the A.R.E in Virginia Beach, Virginia. You gotta check it out. I personally felt like, wow, why haven't I heard about this? I was like, are you freaking kidding me right now? And I don't know if you guys know, but I'm pretty much self-taught. I've never taken any classes. Everything that I've done has been innate. I've worked with some people one-on-one, like spiritual coaching and things of that nature, which is why I started offering the spiritual coaching, because again, it encourages you, helps you hone in on your gift, helps you to understand your gifts, your dreams, and things of that nature. So, and I've done that with many people for many years before I finally decided to come out. And some of them were training me in ways I didn't even realize they were training me, even if it was just through, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, why are you asking me this stuff, man? But it was to hone in on these, pull from your gut feeling, pray for me for this or pray for that and things of that nature. And when I would pray, it would be so powerful, because again, the words from your mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable from thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. I mean, the words. And of course, I am, church raised. So yeah, that just comes automatically. But I mean, the words are so important, and everything that I've taught during my upbringing has been your words speak power. Have your relationship with God. It's not just about coming and going to church and how you interact, but also your relationship with God. And that to me was powerful, because to me, my relationship with God was more important, and what I heard in my visions and things of that nature, which I knew came from God. I knew I wasn't schizophrenic. I knew I didn't have any illnesses or issues and things of that nature. I find myself to be extremely, intelligent, and I pride myself on that as well. Maybe a little too much pride, but so I know you're not going to tell me I'm crazy, but if you don't want to validate it, fine. But I'm not going to believe I'm crazy, because I trust my relationship with God and the messages I'm getting from God more than I trust you. And so, but then that becomes a problem, because now you're not listening to man, and you're not listening to what they tell you to do, how they tell you to do it. And that kind of becomes a contentious, a relationship between you and perhaps, religious figures. So, but nonetheless, I believe that I digress, I believe that we're moving away from that quite a bit. And the millennials are changing the world, and I'm loving it. And I think it's time to train up yourselves, your children, your grandchildren, train them up in a way to where they have power over themselves, over their spirit, over their surrounding, to where it's no more this victimhood mentality, which is something that women especially fall to very easily. You know, this person, they did this, and F all of that. You know, what are you doing for you, and how do you make your situation better, and what do you do? Are you still pleasing other people? Are you still living according to other people's vision for your life, or are you living according to your vision for your life? So nonetheless, I didn't come here for all of that. I just wanted to tell you guys how excited I am to be able to bring forth in a way that I'm more comfortable with my mediumship abilities, to where I'm able to bring forth messages here through my readings. And so I will be incorporating that moving forward. I won't be holding it back. I don't know if some of you, and I have to probably go back and look through some of the videos, is sometimes I would see, you know, I would know that a spirit is coming through to give a message, and I'd be like, and y'all might see me pause like, not right now. Like, that's not what we're doing right now. But but I will be, you know, incorporating that more. So if you're interested, definitely, you know, I learned a lot about different people in different areas, communities of spiritual people in New York, Lilydale. And, you know, one of the things, like I said, I brought to you guys was why does it seem like it's so little of us, and we are powerful, especially brown people who have melanin in their skin, and you have these, and you just have to do your own research about your history and about your lineage and about your power. And the power is real. I don't know if I told you guys before, but I had a dream about, you know, women of melanin, dark skin, you know, moving energies in and out of more fair skin or Caucasian powers, like kind of moving their spirit. And what they said specifically in the dream was that it's a shame that our own people don't appreciate and don't understand their gifts and our own gifts, and that other people appreciate them, you know, of other, you know, some ethnicities, because I know a lot of colored people, a lot of cultures don't buy into this, don't agree with it. And it's, again, mostly due to religion. So I'm not saying it's one color versus another by any means, but everywhere I've gone and in every venue where I go to do my readings, the festivals, the cities, the churches, all these different things that are out there, these spiritualist churches, I'm just hearing about one that's closer to me that I look forward to going to. Majority of the places I've gone, I've been one of the only people of color, women of color, anyone of color, and it's been shocking to me, and I was surprised. Not really. Let me change that. I wasn't really surprised, but I was kind of like, seriously? You know, like, I was kind of surprised. Okay, I was kind of surprised because I just was like, wow. You know, it was a wow factor for me. And so anyway, I just believe that we have to let go of the fear, guys. And this place was awesome, amazing. If you haven't been there, I definitely encourage it. If you haven't looked up Edgar Cayce's work, there's, oh my God, a plethora of work that he has. He has a whole library dedicated to his work, and literally it's all his work. And they have a hospital there, so all natural healing hospital there, all natural healing spas with Reiki and massage and a mixture of different light therapies and chiropractic abilities, and all kind of teachings. You could really learn a lot there, and it's obviously in a beautiful location. So in the spirit there, they have this awesome meditation room with these huge freaking crystals that are just amazing. So in that place, you definitely have another level of heightened sensibility there as well. So again, I just want to let you guys know what I was doing. I loved it. I had grandparents come in. I had grand aunts come in. I even had my aunt come in. I've had lineages of my family come in. If you guys heard day 3 or day 4, day 3 or day 4, if you go back and listen to that, you'll hear how I was talking about the family members coming in and lighting this torch and saying thank you for carrying this torch for our family, you know. And on the other side, from my maternal side, so that was the paternal, and then from the maternal side, I had my high priestess, who I call upon all the time, which is another reason why I call myself High Priestess Marlana. She came through like thank you, and she's like, you know, she's there, and the strength that she has, and it was just amazing, and what she was wearing and how she came through and across, and the confidence. You know, I could only hope to be as confident as she someday. So I'm working through all of these, you know, lower vibrational energies and judgments and things of that nature in order to rise to definitely a whole nother level. So if you're with me, I would love to hear your comments below on how you're working through it, how you work with mediumship. I put a questionnaire out there to ask if you guys would be would you be interested in hearing from loved ones. So I'm putting that out into the universe to manifest that for you. So I definitely bring forth those messages for you. I will also be doing more local exercises where we will be coming together in different ways. Like you guys know, I just finished doing one of my larger retreats over the weekend. It was amazing with some beautiful women. If you haven't been following me on Instagram, please do so at Graceful Healing Retreat or at Graceful Marlana, which is the High Priestess page. And there you can see more about the retreat and the rituals we did, which were beautiful, to let go of many different things. So the point was to have these different spiritual modalities there to help energy grounding. We had EFT, we had iridology and intuitive reading. It's through your eyes as well. We had obviously myself doing readings also, in addition to yoni steam and releasing that way, especially when it comes to your womb and what you're holding in your body, and being able to release it that way. Also working a lot on the red and the orange chakra there. And I mean, we just had a ball. And I was, you know, and you'll see more of that coming too. I'm not going to necessarily say what else we were doing, but it was a whole nother level of healing, and we definitely recorded a lot of it so we can use that moving forward in hopefully awesome ways. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So yes, day 1 through 5 was amazing. 5 days of doing mediumship, strictly that, with 50 people, and you're working with them simultaneously, and you're working with them, bringing forth all these messages. So I can say I probably brought in at least 15 different family members while I was there for different people. And I feel like I want to say maybe a little more during this time and during the exercises and being able to do one-on-ones in groups. So it was amazing, and I love it because it's like I literally step into the character and step into the person of those shoes, and I can feel their energy, and it's been amazing, and I've loved it. There were some messages that were not as, you know, jovialish, for lack of a better word, and that was necessary as well. So it's and to see it bring comfort to someone's heart. It was beautiful to me. So I will not be turning away that gift anymore. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that I keep rambling. I'm going to get ready to start your December reading. So if you're here, you know they're coming. No, I'm not doing November. I'm going to just go ahead and start with December. I love you guys. Blessings, love, and light. Bye-bye.